Alright, so hello everyone. Today we're going to start with the text of lesson 46, which is寓公移山. So I'm going to start my explanation in English as well as in Hindi because I've been getting a lot of comments that ma'am please start teaching in Hindi. Okay, so मैं आज हिंदी and English दोनों में explanations दूँगी. Okay, I hope you all are able to understand my explanations. Let us start with the text. Keep your books ready. 中国古代有一个语言 Now 中国 China 古代 means ancient 古 means ancient 有一个 has one 语言 means a fabulous story. Okay, so how are we going to translate it? We're going to say there was an ancient time fabulous story of China because we have 中国 over here. Okay, there was an ancient time fabulous story of China. Jiao means called as. We have often used this word while saying Wo Jiao and then your name. Jiao Yu Kung Yi Shan. Yu Kung is the name of the person as well. It means an old foolish man, a foolish old man. Yi means to move. Shan means, as you all know, mountains. It was known as a foolish old man moved the mountains. ठीक है, एक पुरानी स्टोरी है चाइना की जिसका नाम है A foolish old man moved the mountains. 说的是 means it is said or it was said. I mean they are telling about the story. ऐसा कहा जाता है, ठीक है, in हिंदी. 说的是 it was said. 古时候 again 古 means ancient, 时候 means time, पुराने time में, ancient time में. Okay, it is said in the ancient time 有一位老人 there was an old man 住在北京 住在 means he lived in and then 北京是中国的首都 Beijing is the capital of China. He lived in Beijing, he lived in Beijing. 名叫 his name was Yu Kung. Okay, he lived in Beijing and his name was Yu Kung. 他的家门前边有两座山 So 他的家门 Okay, what is 家? 家 literally means home, right? And man means the gate. Okay, so it's basically the door. 前边 means the front side. 有 had. 两 means two. It's the synonym of er. 座 is the measure word of mountains. 他的家门前边有两座山 So there were two mountains, in the entrance of his home. Okay, or if you want to write it as, if you want to translate it according to your own meaning, you can do it. Okay, so you can even say there were two mountains in the front side of the door of his house. There were two mountains in the entrance of his home. So that is up to you, whatever you want to write. Next, it's written Yo Kao Yo Ta, which literally means as high as big. They were huge. Mountains were really huge. They were as high and as big. Okay. So next he says 挡住了他家的住路 So it's 挡住了 means it's obstructing 他家的住路 住路 this word is given in the new words. It means the entrance. So he says these two mountains are actually obstructing the entrance of our home. 有一天 of his home, sorry, not of my home because it's the beginning of the story. So of his home. 有一天 on one fine day 愚公把 Now why is this pa used here? You will probably study the usage of pa in this chapter. Pa is used to dispose of the main part of the sentence. For example, here he is calling out his family members. So because he's calling his family members, so pa is basically disposing the family members and bringing them in front to highlight the importance, to enhance it. So 愚公把家里人叫到一起 So he basically called the family members together, 一起 together, 说 and said 这两座山 these two mountains 正对着 okay 正对着 means they are exactly facing Zanman means होता है there is one word woman and then there is another word Zanman. So Zanman होता है हम सब के. Okay, when we say woman sometimes does not include the person who is speaking, but Zanman includes everyone who are standing at the moment or who are there in the picture. So 这两座山正对着咱们家门口. So these two mountains are exactly facing the entrance of our home. 住来进去太不方便了. So he says, again, 住来. 住 means out, coming. 进 inside, 去 go. So it basically means coming outside and going inside. 太不 it's not too convenient. 方便 means convenient. Okay, it's not convenient. Sanman, again pa is coming. Okay, so underline this pa, it's important. Sanman pa tapanzo. So he's saying let us shift these mountains. Pan means to shift. Okay, tha means he's talking about the mountains, obviously. Let us shift these mountains. How? Is it okay or not? Then, 愚公的儿子妻子们都很赞成. So he says, जो युकुंग है उसका बेटा, his son. Sons means उसके grandsons. Yukung's son, his grandsons, 都很赞成. They were all agreeing to this part. Okay, so they all agreed. 只有 means only. 他的妻子 is the wife. 没有信心 means to agree. Only her wife did not agree. Okay, his son and his grandsons all agreed that they need to shift these mountains. Only his wife did not agree. 他说 Now she said, 你已经快90岁了. She says, you 已经 means already. 快90岁 岁 means होता है age. 90 means 90 了. She's saying you're about to turn 90 years old. लियन, अब लियन वर्ड भी दे रखा है आपके न्यू वर्ड्स में. लियन means not even this. जब हम बोलते हैं किसी को तुम ये तो कर नहीं पाओगे तो वो काम कैसे करोगे, राइट? सो लियन मीन्स नॉट इवन. लियन ई ख्वाए शुद्धो ये पान पुतोंग. यहाँ रिजल्टेड कॉम्प्लीमेंट आ रहा है. इवन वन स्टोन ऑल्सो पान पुतोंग मीन्स अनेबल टू मूव. यू आर अनेबल टू मूव इवन वन स्टोन और अ पीस ऑफ स्टोन वी कैन से. ओके, ई ख्वाए होता है इसका मेजर वर्ड है उसका स्टोन्स का. So even one, we can say stone, a piece of stone you are unable to move. You will not be able to move just even a piece of stone. Samanang means how come. Panzo, you will move, or you will shift. Chilyangzo, Tashan means big mountains. So the meaning of this sentence is, even one piece of stone you are unable to move, how come you will shift these two big mountains? Shang means up on the upper side of the mountains. Nama tuo the shutho. Nama tuo matlab itne sare stones. There are so many stones in the mountains. Your pantao narshuna. If you will shift it, where will they go? Okay, obviously if they're going to dig the mountain, अगर mountain को वो खोदेंगे तो stones आएंगे. So she's asking, where will you put all these stones? Tatya sure, everyone said. Okay, including his sons, his grandsons. Pa, we can. Pa again it is telling us the important part. Pa, shudho. अब किसकी बात हो रही है? शुद्धो, stones की. We can, or we can certainly pa shudho. रंगताओ होता है to dispose of. हेई लीची, हेई होता है सी. Okay, so he's saying we can dispose of or we can throw these stones into the sea. हेली शू सी के अंदर शी मतलब डाल देना, फेंक देना, थ्रो कर देना. थ्रो तो ही होगा रंग ताओ. So he's saying everyone said we can certainly throw these stones into the sea. Okay, this was our first paragraph. Let us move on to the next one. Okay, so it says 第二天早上. 第二天 means next day, दूसरे दिन. 早上 means in the morning. So next day morning, 愚公就带means होता है किसी को, you know, to take something, to bring something. 带着 here is acting as a resultative complement. 一家人 means everyone. 搬 move 上去了. So what does this entire sentence mean? It says next day morning, Yu Kung, by taking along all the family members, he went to shift the mountains. Lin Chuman means the neighbors. Lin Chuman Khan Tao, as they saw. Tao is telling us that it is also a resultative complement. It is telling us that this thing has already been done. So when they saw, the neighbors saw, Yu Kung 这么大的年纪 means 这么大的年纪मतलब age होता है. 这么大的 means बहुत बड़ी age का, बहुत बड़ी उम्र का. 年纪 means age. 还要搬山. So it says when the neighbors saw that Yu Kung at such an old age that he wants to move the mountains, 就都来帮助他们. So the neighbors came to help them. Okay, 帮助 means to help. So the neighbors came to help them. Again, Lian word is coming. ऊपर भी करा था Lian when his wife said, even one piece of stone you are unable to move, how come you are gonna move these two mountains? So he says, 连一个七八岁的小孩子也来了. So it says, even one 七 and 八 7 or 8 岁 age का 小孩子 small kid, छोटा बच्चा also came. So after the neighbors, even one small kid of 7-8 years came to help. Yu Kung 见了 when Yu Kung saw everyone, 非常高兴说 he became very happy. When he saw everyone coming to help him, he became very happy. Sure, and he said, 好啊, that's so good. 这么多人一起干 means to work. He says, oh, that's amazing. So many people are working together. 一定能 pa, again pa. You see this pa is important. 一定能 means certainly. 一定能 means certainly. Pa 这两座山搬走. We can definitely, not certainly, we can definitely move these two mountains. 他们不怕. 他们 means they all. 不怕 means not afraid of. 他们不怕辛苦 hardships. 辛苦 means hardships. They were not afraid of hardships. 不怕困难, not even afraid of the difficulties. 每天不停的挖山. 每天 every day. 不停的 means this is the 不停的 means non-stop. Wa means to dig. It is there in the new words. Shan means mountains. So they were not afraid of any hardships, not even any difficulties. Every day non-stop, they dig the mountains. Okay? 有一个叫智叟的老头人. So there was one person called as 智叟. 智叟 means wise old man. 智叟的老头人. 老头人भी होता है. It's a synonym of 老人. It means an old man. So there was a wise old man. 看见他们在 अब ये 在 होता है continuous form बता रहा है आपको. When he saw 他们在挖山. So when he saw them digging up the mountains, 觉得 means felt. 觉得很可笑. So he felt very ridiculous or he felt very funny. 就对愚公说 He said to Yu Kung, 你这么大年纪 yes. So he says, you are so old. The same thing that his wife said. 你这么大年纪 you're so old, your age is so big. 连 again 连山上的草都爬不动了。अच्छा, 连 means even 山上的草 it means the grass on above the mountains. जो mountains पे घास है तो爬不动了, मतलब उसको भी 爬不动 means to pluck it, उसको उखाड़ देना. Okay, so even the grass that is on the mountains, you'll not be able to pluck it. You are unable to pluck even the grass that are there on the mountains. 有怎么能搬走这两座大山呢? How come will you be able to move or shift these two big mountains? You remember he's saying the same thing that his wife said. 愚公听了，愚公 heard it. 小就说 so he laughed and he said 你还不如一个小孩子. What is the meaning of puru? Puru means when someone is not up to the mark. Okay, वो इतना अच्छा भी नहीं है. So he's saying 你还不如一个小孩子. 小孩子 means एक छोटा बच्चा. So you're not wise as a small kid. You're not even wise as a small kid. तुम एक छोटे बच्चे के जितने भी समझदार नहीं हो. Okay, 我虽然快死了 although even though 快 means jaldi, 死 means die. So even though I'm going to die early, 但是 but 我还有儿子 but I have sons. 儿子死了还有孙子. So when my sons will die, they'll have their grandsons. 孙子有 दोनों यो में difference है. 孙子 means the grandsons will again have grandsons. 我们的人越来越多. Our family will keep on growing day by day. It's 越来越多. Okay? 越use what I hope you must have studied these words earlier in the book. 越来越多 means जितनी आएगी उतनी बढ़ती जाएगी, right? दिन पर दिन बढ़ती जाएगी. 山上的石头 so the stones that are on the mountains 越搬越小. So as and when we are gonna remove the stones, they will gradually be less in the number. वो धीरे धीरे stones कम होते जाएंगे when we will shift them. 害怕 means still, 怕 means to be afraid. 害怕 不能 means not able to. Do I still need to be afraid? 不怕 means I cannot. Pa again, pa dispose kara. Shan, pa, shan. Wapingma means do I still need to get afraid that I'll not be able to move these mountains? मुझे क्या डरना चाहिए अभी भी कि मैं mountains shift नहीं कर पाऊंगा? Okay? 智州听了 so the wise old man heard it. 一句话也说不出来. It basically means he became speechless. Let us do it word by word. 一句话 one word. It's the measure word. 也 means also. 说不出来 चुलाई means बाहर आना. शो means बोलना. So एक शब्द भी उसके मुंह से नहीं निकला. He became speechless. Okay? Let us come to the last two lines. 愚公移家搬山的事 ठीक है? 感动了上帝 This is important. 愚公一家 the family of the 愚公 搬山的事 means what a story. 搬 means to move mountains. 感动了 means emotional. It when it touches someone's heart. Shanti means God. Okay, the word is given in the new word. So what will be the translation of this whole sentence? So it would be Yukung whole family. Okay, his entire family was digging up the mountain, right? So Yukung entire family trying to shift the mountains. This method actually touched God's heart. Okay, भगवान जी के दिल को लग गई ये बात that his entire family is trying to shift the mountains. Then it says Shangti means God. Then it says 叫派了 he himself sent 派了 sent 两个 two 神仙 होता है immortal means someone that does not die, angels of the god. So 上帝就派了两个神仙，神仙 means angels. 把 again 两座山 those two mountains. 背走了，背 means होता है to carry someone on the back. Zola means went away. So Yukong entire family trying to shift the mountain. This story actually touched God's heart. So what did he do? God sent two angels or two immortals, and they carried these mountains and went away. They carried those mountains, those two mountains, and they went away. So basically they shifted the mountains. Okay, so this was our story, the text of lesson number 46. In the next video we will do its grammar portion. 再见.